Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Nicole. In today's video, we are going to be decorating my dining area for fall, and we are also going to be doing a DIY wall art for my dining area. If you want to see everything that we get into, go ahead and keep watching. All right, y'all, so first things first, I'm gonna put my little apron on. I don't wanna get any paint on any of my clothes. So apron first, and let me show you guys what we're gonna need for this DIY. So the paint colors that we're gonna use for this DIY are going to be chalk paint. The color is called Mineral. This chalk paint, I believe, came from Walmart. We're also gonna be using this chalky finish. This one came from Hobby Lobby. This color is Whisper. And last but not least, I'm gonna start my base off with a completely white color, which is gonna be this acrylic color, and this is titanium white. And then of course, you're gonna need your paintbrushes, whatever paintbrushes you wanna use. I'm gonna be using a chip brush because I do not want this canvas to come out perfect. The whole point for me is for it to look really organic and natural looking. So a chip brush, and then I'm gonna be using this more full brush. This one is gonna be mainly for the parts that I want to be like completely white. The chip brush is gonna be for all the little extra detailed parts. Of course, you're gonna need some popsicle sticks to stir your paint, but we are also going to be using the popsicle sticks to apply our texture onto our canvas. And to add the texture to the canvas, we are going to be using, this is Joint Compound. It starts pink and it dries white. This is what I'm gonna use to apply all of the texture to the canvas. So I thought I'd give you guys a quick overview of what we're working with. I am wanting to put the two DIY art pieces on the sides of the window. It's really blank there, so I wanted to put something there. And I want something that's gonna match our basket wall that we did together in a video, and that kind of goes with everything else in the dining area. So the two canvases that I'm gonna be using are gonna be these right here. They came from Hobby Lobby. I am using them in sizes 24 by 48. They were $34.99, but they are 40% off this week at Hobby Lobby. So I got two of them, and I am going to be using these plates that are from Savers. They're just like, I guess they're plate holders. They were $4.99 for all of these. And I feel like Savers always has these. So if you find them, take them. They look really cute for a lot of different projects. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. Like I said, we're gonna be using this Joint Compound and a couple of popsicle sticks. And what you're gonna wanna do is just apply it, with one popsicle stick at a time, of course. Just apply it in whatever shape or whatever form you want it to dry in. So I'm just gonna do straight lines, just really organic and just kind of all over the place, just so that it looks like I really had no rhyme or reason to doing this. But you can do it however you want. You can add designs to it if you want. You can do whatever you want. So doing all of that, I only ended up using one popsicle stick. So if you're gonna do two canvases, you probably only need one, unless you want to just get a clean one, then you can use more than one. So I did want to point out that this Joint Compound goes on pink, and once it's dry, it's like a white creamish color, so you'll know it's dry once you see the cream color. All right, so now I took a little lunch break, and in that time, these were able to dry, so we are ready to start painting them. So what we're gonna start with first is with the titanium white and with our thicker brush. I'm just gonna go kind of crazy with where I put paint. Like I said, none of this project is gonna be perfect. ahead and bring in our 2 chalk paints. And for these, I'm gonna go ahead and use the chip brush. I'm just gonna be pouring some of the chalk paints onto these paper plates because my chip brush won't fit inside of the chalk paints. So I'm just gonna use paper plates. If I had disposable bowls, I would use those instead, but I don't, so we're gonna use paper plates. Make sure that you do mix your chalk paints because they do separate, especially this one from Walmart, the Waverly one. I feel like those separate a lot more than the ones from Hobby Lobby. So just make sure you mix it before you start painting. So these are the 2 colors. This is Whisper and this one is Mineral. So I'm just gonna go crazy with this color. And since our canvas is still wet, it'll be perfect to kind of blend out the color a little bit so it's not so harsh. And I want to stay in this linear pattern, but if you're making your own, of course, you can do whatever you want with yours. So there's that. That was Mineral. Next, I'm going to go in with Whisper, and I'm just going to kind of diffuse the mineral a little bit more. I'm going to use the same chip brush. This is kind of just to blend it all together, just in case if some of your lines came out a little bit too harsh. With the mineral, this will diffuse it a little bit because this Whisper is almost the same color as the actual joint compound once it dries. So it will just diffuse it a little bit and give it a little bit more dimension. This project is actually pretty easy because this is pretty much it. After this, we just let it dry and then we can go ahead and add our plates to it. So of course, if you want yours to be more colorful, you can use any colors that you like to use. And this just always looks really cute because it's just really textureful. So it adds a little something to your wall. You can add in the colors that you like to decorate with. And all in all, it'll look really cute. And it's very affordable. Alright, so now that the canvases are dry, I'm going to be adding the plates, and I'm going to be adding them with just some hot glue. I'm going to be putting 3 on each canvas, just like this. Now, if you are more of a perfectionist than me, then you should measure and make sure that they're even on here. I am definitely not a perfectionist, and to be honest, I get very frustrated when I have to be a perfectionist, so I am just going to kind of eyeball it and get it as close to perfect as possible. And there you have it. Now let's go ahead and hang them up. So now that those are up, The dining area DIY is complete, so let's go ahead and get into the fall decorating. Alrighty, so first things first, I'm gonna go ahead and dust off my buffet. So the first thing I want to start with is this candle pedestal. This came from Hobby Lobby. It was $21.99. It was in the candle section, so the candle section does go 50% off. I bought it when it was 50% off. I'm gonna put this right here. And to that, I am going to be adding some pumpkins and this beautiful wheat bouquet that I have. I'm going to be adding these two cute pumpkins. These are from Hobby Lobby. As y'all know, I love decorating with these. These are Hobby Lobby picks that I just take the bottoms out of. All right, so in the middle of my buffet, I do want to add this, I think it's a gourd, I'm not really sure. I think I said gourd when it was my thrift haul. This gourd that I found at Savers, I'm gonna add this to the middle of the buffet. All right, and now to the other side, I want to balance out the height that we have right here. So I'm gonna start with this candle pedestal. Now to that candle pedestal, I'm gonna be adding another bouquet of wheat. And next to that, I'm gonna be adding another little candle pedestal. This one came from Dollar Tree, and another one of the picked pumpkins from Hobby Lobby that I took the bottom out of. Just to add something extra to that side right there, because I always like to decorate in threes, I'm going to be adding this acorn that I got from Hobby Lobby in a set of 4. All right, and last but not least, I'm going to be adding some of these little twig branches that I got off of Amazon, and I'm going to be incorporating these little pip berries. These are the pip berries that we used in the wreath that we made a couple of weeks back in our DIY. I'm gonna be kind of stringing these into these twigs right here and then adding them to the sides. So these branches are really cool because you can kind of bend and mold them however you want them to look. So I'm gonna put this one right here. And then I'm gonna add these white and orange pip berries to it. I'm just gonna kind of intertwine them in there. Probably right here. Let me twine them first. Now let's add this branch to this side over here. And then we're going to add some of the pip berries to this side as well. The last thing that I'm gonna do is add a couple of little pip berries to my little gourd right here. I'm just gonna go ahead and use the little stick and just kind of put it around one of these back here. And then let's add one to the other side. just to complete the look, I'm gonna put one in the back. And that's gonna be it for the buffet. Let me give you guys a closer look. So I hope you all enjoyed decorating the buffet. Next, we're gonna decorate the dining table. The first thing that I'm gonna start by doing is adding this table runner. This is just a beautiful textured table runner. I got this at Walmart. I got it a while ago. I've shown it. I think I used it for my Easter tablescape. But anyways, this is just a beautiful runner. I love all the texture on it. Let's go ahead and add it to the table. Alright, up next, I brought you guys in a little bit closer because we're going to make a small centerpiece for the table. I'm going to be using this candle stand. This one came from Savers. I showed it to you all in my last thrift haul. So the first thing I'm going to add is this white pumpkin. This came from Hobby Lobby. It is a pick. I just kind of push the stick to the back. That way I can just sit it in here. Next, I'm going to add this little pedestal. This also came from Hobby Lobby. I'm gonna add a little acorn to the side right here. And then I'm gonna add another picked pumpkin on top of the pedestal. And last but not least, I'm gonna add these little pip berries just to match our buffet in the back. So here it is, y'all, my dining area all set up for fall with our little DIY wall arts that we did today. I love how it goes with the basket wall. I just love how it all looks together. Make sure and get another look for you all during the nighttime. That way it's not so bright from that window right there. Alright y'all, so that's going to be it for today's video. I hope that you all enjoyed doing our DIY wall art project and decorating my dining area for fall. If you did, don't forget to give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I have a lot more fall videos coming out. So that'll be it for today's video. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys. Do you want to be in the video? Do you? What do you think? Huh? Is that a yes?